I see all this talk of boxing fights. They want 50%. Usyk's and all this. Tyson's being greedy. Where I'm standing, Usyk, you and your team are worth 30%. You either take it or you leave it. And if you don't want it, go and fight Daniel Dubois at the Copper Box and get a few $1 million. If you want to make some real money, come and fight the Gypsy King. But I will say, for every day from today that you linger, mess around, I'm going to deduct 1% from the 30%. So every day, I'm going to deduct 1% until you take it. And if you don't take it, fight Dubois for $2 million. Not a problem. But how in the world could Jews ever offer me a deal? Not possible. TikTok, pussies.
So if you were to win this fight, would you fight Anthony Joshua or would you rather fight Dubois as a champion?
I wouldn't rather fight any of them. I'd like to have a trilogy with Usyk again, because then it would be 1-1. So we'd have to do a rubber match, and I'd be the only heavyweight in history to have 3 trilogies. That would be quite impressive. Not in a million years will I walk away after this.
You're not finished?
No way. But what I'm going to do to him is going to be that bad of a beating on Saturday night, he ain't going to want to have a trilogy. And I'm hoping there's going to be a trilogy, because all great dance partners have trilogies. It's facts. But what I'm going to do to him, he won't want a trilogy.
Is the third time really the charm? As Oleksandr Usyk gets ready to face Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury isn't sitting quietly on the sidelines. He's stirred the pot once again, throwing down a bold ultimatum: take the deal on the table, or settle for lesser fights and smaller paychecks. The Gypsy King clearly wants this settled on his terms.
Is it going to be 2 more fights and you hang up the gloves, or can we expect to see more from Oleksandr Usyk?
No, I think 2 fights and enough. I have 2 fights.
So Daniel Dubois is next. What would the last fight be?
I have 2 options: Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Which one would you prefer?
Tyson Fury.
Do you know if he's making a return?
I don't know. Send you hello, my friend.
Yeah, Ali, just before Gareth, before you go, we saw Tyson Fury on socials just popping his head up yesterday saying, I'm going to announce something soon. What's happening?
I think he's starting to sharpen up and think about coming back. I think all the excitement, I think this happens when there's big fights around. It sharpens it.
Let's break down what just happened. Fury, always loud and calculated, is once again putting pressure on Usyk. All this noise about Fury demanding too much money. He's flipping the narrative, claiming it's not greed, it's math. According to him, Usyk and his team simply aren't worth the numbers they think they are. Instead, Fury's laying out what he thinks is a fair deal and making it crystal clear: take it or step aside and settle for a lesser stage.
Keep hearing talk of people saying that I should retire, or I'm gonna retire soon, or whatever. I ain't retiring anywhere. I've got 2 fights with Usyk for the Undisputed, twice. Then I'm going to fight AJ at least once, maybe twice, if there's a rematch, if he wants one, after the first battering I give him. And then I'm going to fight Ngannou again. And that's just a start. So there's 5 little fights for you to whet your appetite with. I ain't going nowhere. 35-year-old in the prime of my life, and I'm ready to...
And to crank things up a notch, Fury introduced a ticking clock. Every day Usyk delays, Fury says he's slashing the offer bit by bit. It's classic Fury, bold, brash, and impossible to ignore. He's painting himself as the one offering real money, real fame, and a real legacy fight, while suggesting Usyk is dragging his feet. But underneath the trash talk lies the strategy. Fury knows Usyk has a fight lined up with Dubois, but he's making it seem like that's the plan B, not the main event. In Fury's eyes, the Dubois bout is just a warm-up show in a smaller venue, with smaller stakes.
Frank, also want to catch up with you about Tyson Fury. Any news on Tyson? When's he coming back? Come on, give us something special, Frank.
Well, look. When he makes his mind up, if he wants to come back, he'll come back. If he don't, he don't.
Could it be Anthony Joshua next?
Look, he's a fighting man. That's what I do know. In his heart, he's a fighting man. Most if he's, that's going to be his choice, as I keep on saying, if he wants to do it. And if he does, God, there's some big fights to be made.
What we're seeing is more than just a call-out. It's psychological warfare. Fury's trying to rattle Usyk, shift the narrative, and control the spotlight even when he's not the one stepping in the ring next. And by injecting urgency, he's forcing Usyk's camp to make a move, play by Fury's rules, or risk losing the biggest payday and spotlight they could hope for.
If we want to make fights happen, we need to stop with the long-term deal. There are many fights I want to see, and there's many fights that can happen. And if everybody decides to sit back, be your own boss, answer to no one, sign a quick deal here, maybe 3 fights here, we're about to have undisputed, something that we haven't had since Lennox Lewis. And finally, it looks like we're going to be able to get it done because Usyk's
But Usyk is not flinching, not even a little.
3 years. You say you have 2 more. Do you know who you want it to be after Daniel Dubois?
Maybe it's Tyson Fury, maybe it's Anthony Joshua.
Tyson Fury, your friend who you call Greedy Belly.
Yeah.
He says he's retired, then he's not, then he's retired. Now he may be coming back?
Yes, I think it's not retired. Типа завязал retired. Yeah, it's not retired. I think Tyson continue training, continue boxing because it's a great man. Yes, Tyson Fury a lot of speak, blah 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 blah. But it's great man. Wow. Tyson is unpredictable man. You know, Tyson training. Tyson good met with family. Yeah, child. It's a great time. It's a great time. I don't know. I think maybe we do a free fight with Tyson Fury. Without belt, no problem belt. Just fight. Just fight in the ring.
Now, you said you want your retirement fight to be a trilogy with Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. Who would you pick between Joshua and Fury, 2 of your former opponents?
I think it's Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury killed bigger man, like a smart guy.
Yeah.
While Fury tries to control the narrative, Usyk calmly maps out his own vision. He's not just ready for the fight, he's already thinking bigger. Usyk isn't talking about avoiding Fury, he's open to not just one match, but an entire trilogy if that's what it takes. The man's got legacy on his mind, not just the payday. And he's thinking stadiums, not small halls. Usyk's talking about massive venues like Old Trafford in Manchester, places that hold 70,000 to 80,000 people, and even then, he thinks that's still not big enough. According to him, this isn't just any fight, it's a once-in-a-generation moment that deserves a 100,000 plus crowd. He knows the magnitude of this clash, and he's ready to give it the grand stage it deserves.
If Tyson Fury back in career, maybe we organization one more fight.
You want a would you have a trilogy with us?
No problem. I ready.
You can maybe go Manchester Red Old Trafford for Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. How many people?
How many seats?
How many seats?
About 70, 80,000 in
So
Old
it's not
Trafford.
enough for this fight.
It's not enough for this fight. So what? So Tyson Fury, you want 150,000? Yeah.
It will be historical.
And when it comes to actually facing Fury in the ring, Usyk isn't rattled. He believes he can stop the Gypsy King this time around. No bravado, no theatrics, just quiet confidence. He's preparing for everything. If Fury comes in differently, Usyk says he'll adapt. He's not focused on the drama, the countdowns, or the noise. He's focused on the fight. That's what makes this face-off so electric. Fury thrives on chaos, pressure, and headlines. Usyk operates with focus, calm, and quiet grit. Fury wants to drag Usyk into a media storm. Usyk, he's staying in the eye of it, unmoved.
Do you believe that you can stop Tyson Fury this time around?
I believe. Yes, I believe.
With this second time around, how have you mentally pictured this fight, in your opinion?
Nothing. I just prepare. Listen. I don't know. I win. I just win. I'm ready ко всему. For everything. If Tyson different, yes, Tyson will be different. Me too. Because we know each other. But I'll see it's 21st December.
And just when you think the drama couldn't get any juicier, enter Joe Rogan, who didn't hold back in airing his frustration. Like most fight fans, he's fed up with dream matchups constantly slipping through the cracks. And Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, that's one he's dying to see. Rogan's not just casually interested, he genuinely respects Usyk's skill. Sure, Usyk might be on the smaller side for a heavyweight, but what he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in technique, movement, and an insane work rate. Rogan's reaction showed that he sees Usyk as more than just a cruiserweight turned heavyweight. He sees him as a serious threat, a fighter who can outpace, outthink, and maybe even outbox the biggest names in the division. But at the same time, Rogan's also pointing to the ugly side of boxing, the business, the politics, the money haggling. It's that same frustrating pattern, amazing fights dangling in front of us, then slipping away because egos, demands, and negotiation breakdowns get in the way. And that's exactly what we're seeing unfold between Fury and Usyk right now. Now, if the fight does actually happen, how would it go? That's where things get interesting. Fury, with his towering frame, slick movement, and unpredictable style, isn't an easy puzzle to solve. He knows how to control the ring, lean on opponents, tire them out, and then pick them apart. But Usyk is not your typical heavyweight. He brings that cruiserweight agility into the big man's division. His footwork is elite, his combinations are crisp, and his cardio is off the charts. He doesn't slow down. If he can avoid Fury's size traps and stay on the outside, he could rack up rounds, frustrate Fury, and steal the momentum. Rogan, like many fans, sees the potential for magic. It's that rare clash of styles, brains versus brawn, agility versus mass, technician versus tactician. And that's what makes it so frustrating to watch this fight dangle just out of reach.
I just get very frustrated when there's amazing fights that are on the table that don't get made. You know, like Usyk and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see. I know Usyk is small, right? I know he's small for the weight class, but God damn, that dude's good. God damn, he's good. And the pace that he fights at for a heavyweight is insane.
Definitely. I think that goes back to, the business.
Mm-hmm.
The business side, Usyk is, a great fighter and it has accomplished great things in the sport of boxing.
And that's where things get even more exciting, because it's not just fans buzzing about a possible trilogy. Big names in boxing are chiming in too.
Oleksandr Usyk against Tyson Fury, the rematch. In May, we saw one of the best fights we've ever seen. What do you think going into Saturday? I know you would like to see a trilogy.
What I want, Tyson. What I think, Usyk.
Oh, you think Usyk will win? Okay.
But I hope Tyson do it. We want to see the third.
Joe Rogan already showed interest, hyping up how unpredictable a Fury versus Usyk trilogy could be. But now, boxing legend Lennox Lewis has shared his thoughts, and he's all for it. Lennox says he's always loved trilogies, and this one has all the right ingredients. He sees Fury coming in more serious this time, knowing he needs to make a statement. But he's also not counting Usyk out. In fact, Lennox praises Usyk for being smart, slick, and undefeated. He knows that Usyk isn't just tough, he's also a clever fighter who can think fast and move even faster. According to Lennox, it's all going to come down to who's sharper in the moment. It's not just about power, it's about who can think quicker, land the cleaner shots, and take control when it matters most. And for Fury to win, Lennox believes he's gonna have to take charge in a big way over and over again during the fight. So whether you're Team Fury or Team Usyk, one thing's clear: if this becomes a trilogy, it won't just be good, it could be legendary.
I think, I always love a trilogy. And I believe that Tyson Fury is coming a lot more serious in this fight. He's, he wants to win. Oleksandr Usyk now, I can't go against him. He hasn't lost yet. So, he's a very positive and great fighter, and he moves well. So it really comes down to, who's the better thinking at the time, who gets in the better punches, who seizes the moment in this fight. And, Tyson Fury needs to seize a lot of moments in the fight to win this fight.
I don't see how you can confidently pick Tyson Fury to win this fight because of the man that he's up against, because of the ability that Usyk has. But I do believe Fury is capable of doing extraordinary things. We've seen him do it before, and he will need to beat this guy. But it was a close fight last time.
While Lennox Lewis offered thoughts on how a trilogy could unfold, Gareth A. Davies shifted the conversation to whether it'll even happen at all. From what Gareth's been hearing behind the scenes, Tyson Fury is slowly getting back into fight mode. He's not officially announced anything, but there are signs, including text exchanges with promoters, whispers among his team, and quiet preparations that suggest he's considering a return. And yes, a third fight with Usyk is still on the table. According to Gareth, both camps are keeping lines of communication open. Even though there's no pressure from Fury's inner circle, discussions about a potential trilogy are happening. The heavyweight scene is so interconnected right now, thanks to Saudi involvement and overlapping managers, that nothing is off limits. That said, there's also a chance Fury might pivot toward a different blockbuster fight, like one with Anthony Joshua, especially if timing becomes an issue. If they wait too long, interest in the trilogy could fade, and promoters might shift gears to whatever matchup can draw fans now, not later.
Fury is clearly on his way back. Yeah. He's clearly thinking about it. He's getting ready. It wouldn't surprise me to get an announcement in the next couple of weeks that he's back in training, and then I think these talks will get underway with Anthony Joshua, and I think we'll get the big back. They're talking behind the scenes about a comeback, about that it's time again, and that I think there's the realization he's dealt with the 2 defeats to Oleksandr Usyk, dealt with the fact that there probably isn't going to be a trilogy fight, even though he'd like a trilogy fight with Oleksandr Usyk, by the way. And because I've spoken to people in Tyson's team who've said we have talked about a trilogy fight.
But while Gareth A. Davies remains cautiously hopeful about the trilogy, Eddie Hearn isn't buying into it that easily. Hearn's been around long enough to know how unpredictable Tyson Fury can be, and he's made it clear he's skeptical about Fury's intentions. According to him, Fury talks a big game about wanting legacy fights, but when it comes down to it, there's always some kind of roadblock, whether it's money, pride, or simply a better financial opportunity elsewhere. Fury tends to zig when everyone expects him to zag. Hearn pointed out how Fury once hyped up the idea of making the undisputed heavyweight championship fight 50-50, only to walk away when it came to actually splitting the purse. In his view, that's just classic Fury, strategic, calculating, and always in control of the narrative. And that's exactly why Hearn isn't convinced a trilogy with Usyk will ever materialize. He wonders if Fury is truly motivated to chase redemption, or if he'll lean toward an easier, more profitable matchup instead. After all, why risk a third loss to Usyk when other, less dangerous fights still bring in massive paydays? And with that, the future of a potential Fury versus Usyk trilogy hangs in the balance, tugged between hope, hesitation, and heavyweight politics. Some insiders believe it's just a matter of time, while others, like Eddie Hearn, aren't holding their breath. So, what do you think? Will we get one final chapter in this epic saga? Or will it remain one of boxing's great what if? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next round of heavyweight drama.